Hi there, and welcome to Jay's Toy Collection live on YouTube. Yes, it is true. I am actually live on YouTube. I think it's been about 2 months since I've managed to do a live stream, but you find me here on a Friday afternoon in the UK because Hasbro, about 10 minutes ago, finished their final Marvel Legends fan stream for 2024. So I thought it's probably time to come out of live streaming retirement and talk about it. But Cheeky Monkey, what has Cheeky Monkey done? I'll tell you what Cheeky Monkey has done. She has gone and booked us in for a nice evening out with friends this evening. So I could not do it a later time. So I'm going to come on straight before I would usually go on, and soon after, I should say, Hasbro finished. As you can tell, completely out of practice at the live stream game. I tried to use Stream. What am I in now? StreamYard. Tried Streamlabs. Can do that for pre-recorded videos. Haven't quite mastered it for live streaming yet. So the duck's back. We are back in StreamYards because they decided they would literally quadruple the price of their plan. So because I don't use it that much, I thought I'll go back to the free plan. But I've managed to make a few little changes. So we can't have on-screen graphics anymore. But I'll tell you what we can have. We can have fancy videos as well. YouTube have also started super chat goals as well since I previously did a live stream. So that's a new thing. So I set the goal at 1 this evening, and I think we have already had our first super chat of the evening. We will get to that in 1 second. Let's see if I can remember how to press these buttons. So do say hello in the live chat. I will come and get you in a second, and I will be bringing in a co-host because I am not alone this evening. And no Cheeky Monkey said it works, so it's not her. We have upgraded for this evening. Let's see if this button works. Yes, I can still get super chats on the screen. So thank you to Madison Kingswood there for the super chat, who says, "Good to have you back streaming, Jay." Yes, thank you very much. I am back. I will try and do more streams as the weeks come on. We will definitely be doing another one in December in our usual evening slot because we have to do the Christmas special, the year wrap up. I've got to do top 10 videos. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you're subscribed to the channel because there is loads to come in December. So thank you for the super chat, Madison. Now we would usually have the thank you for the super chat graphic, but we can no longer have that. But we've upgraded. Do not panic. I have upgraded there, and we've hit with gold of 1 super chat. So that has unlocked the fancy super chat video. So we will see if this plays. I've prepared a few graphics. Let's see if they work. Let's go with we'll start simple. We'll start with Leonardo. So for the next 6 seconds, you should see a thank you for the super chat video that I've prepared. I have no idea if it's worked, so I'm going to press a button and let's see what happens.
Thank you for the super chat.
Did it work? I think it worked. You'll find out. You should have heard me say thank you for the super chat in a fancy pre-recorded video. So if that does work, I can go even more fancy with the thank you for the super chat video graphics there. And a special shout out to Madison Kingswood, because Madison was one of my first of a couple of channel members. So since I have previously live streamed, I have launched the channel membership. So there is a join button. So if you would like to support the channel, I think we've got a $2.99 tier, which will get you all the fancy emojis in the chat. So we have some emojis there. You'll get a membership, a loyalty badge, which I've made with the This Week in Toys graphic. I think I've got a Todd McFarlane's face as an emoji you can use. So if you need to, if you fancy using that, then join the channel membership at the $2.99 tier. We are calling that hashtag flip open the flap, because why wouldn't we? Because it is Jay's Toy Collection UK. And I think there is a $6.99 fund, which we called the Wedding Fund. Help Cheeky Monkey support the Wedding Fund, and that will get you some exclusive behind the scenes videos. So a couple of you have signed up already, but I've not really officially announced it yet in a live stream because I haven't done any live streams. So if you would like to join the channel membership, feel free. There is a join button, and it may pop up that you've joined, and your name will change color in the chat. And thank you to Madison there, who has dropped all the emojis. Now, the more channel members we get, the more emojis we can get. So we've got my logo, Cheeky Monkey's logo, Classic Dick, because we have to have Classic Dick, and we've got Todd McFarlane's face. Who doesn't want Todd McFarlane's face as an emoji? So if you could join the channel membership, feel free. And I think I prepared a little 6-second video for that before we get into everything. There you are. Should be hopefully playing in a graphical form. So say hello, and I'll get my guest in. So, ladies and gentlemen, you've seen him before. You know who he is. He is a man who's an expert on turtles, and he's an expert on Spider-Man. So I thought, I know the fella to come and join me this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Tanner.
Hello, hello, hello. Feels like it feels like I've been MIA from live streams a little bit recently. I've not been seen much here or there, so you get the elusive appearance from me here today.
We've gone Tanner exclusive because Dan Who's Turtles and Tea has gone missing in action. So I think Tanner's been on my channel more this year than on Turtles and Tea. So Mr. Who, I believe you're out driving at the moment, but when you're watching on the replay, I think we need a December Turtles and Tea.
Right. I think you said it all there, Jay. Yeah.
I think, right. There is a lot of you in the chat, so I'll come and quickly try and say hello to everybody I can see. So we've got Damien in the chat. Hello to Damien. We've said hello to Madison Kingswood. Hello to Madison. New names here. Honda Visa. That's my terrible pronunciation there, but hello. Welcome to the channel. Lorenz is here. Hello to Lorenz. St. James is here. Hello to you, good sir. STM Figures is joining us. My goodness, we got some big numbers in. I need to do more of these live streams, I tell you, because it has been an absolute banger of a day for Marvel Legends. What a live stream that turned into, as I was rushing around the house trying to clean the place before our guests arrived. So I was sort of only half listening. So Tanner is here to hopefully give you the expert opinion in case I wasn't actually fully listening. We've got Phoenix is here. Hello to Phoenix. We've got some pink hand waving. So Jamie is with us there. Dan Hayden is here. Hello, compadres. How are you doing? Tac Toys is joining us. Hello to Mark. How are you doing? Who else we got here? Robert is here. Hello, Robert. And I think that is everybody we have caught up with. Oh, dear. I need to take a breath. So we will get into the Marvel news. Hopefully some people out there have shared all the images, so I will try and dig for those. But we'll start off with a couple of pickups. So while I catch your breath, Tanner, what have you been buying?
So it's been pretty quiet. I've got 3 pickups here today, all from companies beginning with M. So you guys could probably work out. I'll start off with the Mezco, and I feel it's apt with the first part of today's Hasbro live stream. We got a spider-related character. We have Spider-Gwen. So I opened her up, had a little play with her. Yeah, interesting, quite cool. Because they use that new skeleton they did for the Batman, don't they? Because it feels very padded, I don't want to push the fabric too much to cause the suit to rip or anything. So it feels a little bit delicate there. Maybe it will wear in after a little while. And then the other company, beginning with M, that I've picked up from, we have 2 Mezcos. We have one, Spider-Man's mate, good old Daredevil.
Okay.
So another one active. Sorry?
It's a Mafex action.
Yeah, Mafex action with Daredevil. And also one that came in Monday, I want to say, with the Eradicator Superman from the Death of Superman line. So I think that's all. No, Superboy is still to come out of that particular line. So we haven't quite got all the 4 replacement Supermen yet. So that's pretty much all from me. It's been quiet, or the ring up to the Christmas season and whatnot.
It's been it's not been too quiet this end, but a lot of it I have already unboxed. So I've only got one thing to show you this evening. But Tanner has reminded me there that I also have Eradicator Superman, but he's still in my private warehouse with Hobbies Link Japan because I haven't actually shipped him yet. So I probably need to get around to actually shipping him because honestly, until you just showed that, I completely forgot he was actually there. I've been charged for it, but it's just sitting there. It depends if they've got anything else due soon, and I might hold off and try and ship 2 together.
That's what I did with Daredevil. I had held up for a month, and then as soon as Eradicated Superman hit, and I think they were having a sale on shipping for Black Friday, Thanksgiving, and whatnot. So I just thought, throw both of them in, get them all sent off, get them here nice and quickly.
Yeah, get them. Not a bad show indeed. Well, I have one thing to show. It is Marvel related, I do believe, and it literally came within the last couple of hours. So I haven't even unboxed it yet. So you're gonna get a live unboxing here on the channel. A live unboxing on the channel. And oh, hello, hold on. Oh, it does come up if you sign. So we have our first channel membership of the evening. So welcome to the channel. It's the man who you will be seeing later tonight on YouTube. I will be out having a bit of dinner, but hopefully I'll return to another Marvel live stream. So thank you to Mr. Dan Who Reviews for joining at the hashtag wedding fund level there and becoming a channel member. He's now got access to those lovely emojis. And now with a few more channel members, I'm going to have to do some more behind the scenes videos is what I've been doing so far. Hold on. He's going to, hold on. Right. He may be joining us as well. This, ladies and gentlemen, is going to turn to an impromptu threesome. Hold on. Let me press some buttons here. So I need to invite. That's what I need to do.
I have a feeling I'm going to get an earache here.
Right. He hasn't started driving yet, or he is back. So let's find out. Let's go over to the Instagram. What do I need to do? Find him there. Press the button. That should do the job. There we go. There we go. Right. While he does that, I will do this unboxing live on the chat. Oh dear, dropping the box now. So, can we have a hashtag flip open the flap in the chat? Here we go. Oh, there we go. Right. It has been flipped open. I can tell you it also begins with M. So something has gone on here. We haven't actually planned this, but every pickup so far has begun with an M. But mine is slightly bigger than Tanner's. So the filth has started already. Let me rip off the packaging here. Oh my goodness me. There we go. We've got 31 in the chat. Hello, everybody. You're here for the Marvel Legends use, but I've got to break in with a Mondo, because I've not seen anybody get this version in hand yet. So this should be the deluxe version of X-Men 97 Cyclops. How does it open? Has it got a... Oh, it's got some Velcros on it. There we go. So we have a live unboxing. A lot of reflection there. I'll probably have to do a video on it, so stay tuned. There will be a video coming at some point on the updated Mondo, but it is a Marvel-related figure, and it is Cyclops has joined the collection. Right. Oh dear. Right. Catch your breath, son. Catch your breath. How are we all doing in the chat? So, Marvel Legends, everybody. Oh yes, there was a lot of Marvel Legends this evening. Now, if you saw my preview video yesterday, I said there might be 2 waves revealed today. But there wasn't just 2 waves revealed today. It was more than 2 waves revealed today. There was 2 waves plus some additional exclusives. So we'll start off with volume. Was this more than you were thinking, Tanner?
Based on yeah, I was expecting the 2 waves like you. I didn't expect the other things that were revealed as well. Yeah, it was a lot of goodness to come out. So it was after the first half of the stream, I was getting all hyped because it was a Spiderman related wave, and then they just went on from strength to strength.
Yeah, it was a fantastic, and here he is then. So he's making his YouTube rounds for the evening, for the weekend. This man is going to be all over YouTube this weekend. So an impromptu visit. Mr. Dan Who Reviews himself.
Honestly, people, this is what's in my head right now. I can't believe they did it. They did it. Oh, honestly.
I told him yesterday. I said, have faith, son.
Look, there's a space. There's a space right there, right there, right there. Honestly, I think I said at the end of 2023, if they don't reveal or release a chameleon on a retro card by the end of 24, I'm going to retire. And then they started doing the VHS card 2-packs, and I was like, oh no, we're going to get it in a VHS. But they did it. They did it right. Chameleon on a retro card. Hooray!
It couldn't have been
That's
more
it.
excited.
I'll quit. That's all I need. I'll get that, and then I'm done.
That's it. It's done. I do remember you saying that. Like, yeah, YouTube is off if they didn't reveal it, and they've literally waited within 25 days of the year ending to keep you in business, son.
Dan Yu knows as well. He was like, there may be a British Dan that has been asking for this, but I wasn't pestering them. I was just passionately sort of wanting willing it into the universe, if you will.
I was very confident. I decided, so head over to my Instagram if you haven't seen it. I have done a reel. They got to Agent Venom, and I thought, right, I'm going to stick the
No,
camera on
I
here.
did see it.
I went in selfie mode, and that was my genuine live reaction to Chameleon. So that is now on Instagram if you want to go and check out the reel, because I was also very excited because I love the show just as much as Dan is a fan of the show. It's how I got into Marvel, and he has been sorely missed. So yeah, so that is
absolutely.
I just very happy. So in the chat, Chameleon people, if you don't know what we're talking about, let me just share a screen because that might help. But there you are, Chameleon. So we've gone over to hero.collection. It's Brandon's Instagram. I have found the image on. So we've gone full Who crew here. Brandon keeping us with the images all the way from the US of A. There he is, and he does look brilliant. So brilliant. Tanner, tell us your excitement.
Yeah, I mean, Chameleon. I've got an animated Spiderman display going. Classic looking Chameleon, how he looks. They gave us a little bit extra with the rubber mask. Yeah, I'm quite hyped for this. I'm going to stir the pot a little bit here just to wind down up and say I would have preferred maybe a comic book one in like the smoker's jacket. It would go well with that rubber mask.
That's not what you got. You didn't get it. Tough. Ha! You didn't get it. I got what I wanted. Yeah.
I'm happy either way, mate. I'm happy either way. It's a Chameleon. It's a newer Chameleon. And it's an upgrade on that old one as well in the old suited body, which doesn't really stand up properly if I remember correctly. So, yeah, I'm happy. But let's move on to, we've already had some celebration here previously. Let's continue on with that as the good vibes.
Is that a new toy, though?
It could be because
it's puffier in the chest.
It hasn't got the same wrinkles as like the Red Skull version. So there's probably a bit of reuse there. But do you know what? Before we move on, this has given me a little bit. I loved Dwight. Like Dwight at MCM spent some time with us, very gracious, and he gave us a bit of hope about this, didn't he? And now it just reinforces my thought that Dwight was a man of the people, because Dwight said to us, he sort of wanted to make us feel better because he could tell I was getting a bit frustrated. I was like, oh no, we're gonna get Chameleon. It's gonna be not the version I wanted. And he literally said, he went, maybe that mask is a tribute. And he was basically wanting to push us in the right direction to give us more hope. Because, yes, that squash mask was for Chameleon, but it was just a tribute to the original, which I have right here, which, yes, also came with a J. Jonah Jameson masked head. So shout out to Dwight for allowing the hope to continue on. But yeah, there we go. Yeah.
There is the retro Chameleon. I never actually had that as a kid. I didn't have that.
The Insidious 6 is now complete, people. That's it. I'm going to have the Insidious 6 surrounding my Spider-Man on the shelf. I'm very happy, as you can tell. Sorry, I'm just sharing the link. Carry on.
No, you carry on. It's that is the excitement of today. I think we all got some wishes, I think, today within the live stream itself. I was trying to see if Toy Arc would update with all the official images, but it hasn't of yet. So I'm trawling all different Instagrams to find everything because I've gone on far too early. By the time Dan goes on later, Toy Arc will be up lovely.
I know, yeah. Thank you, Toy Arc. Yeah.
But Kiara has arranged me to go out for dinner because Hasbro decided to stream on a Friday, which is very unusual. So I've gone on as soon as they have finished. But we have 35 of you here watching. So hello, everybody. Some great numbers. I must do more live streams. So note to self for 2025, do more.
I've been waiting to become a channel member on a live stream, and then you haven't been live for like 3 weeks.
It's been 2 months, apparently. It's been 2 months, I discovered, since I've actually got to a live stream. Yes, thank you to Dan for joining now. I think he is channel member number 4, I do believe. So more exclusive behind-the-scenes content if you want to become a channel member.
Kiara knows it's at the wedding fund as well, all right? That's showing some love to Kiara.
She's just walking through the door. Kiara, Dan's joined at the wedding fund. He wants you to know.
She's like, what?
She's always joined at the wedding fund, she says. Very impressed. So there you are. So join at the wedding fund, everybody, and you will have a very happy, cheeky monkey, Kiara, indeed, who should be happy now because she should just. The living room was a mess, effectively. The sale pile was everywhere, but we've got people coming over in about an hour and a half's time. So I was rushing around during the 4 o'clock live stream because I didn't finish work until 4 to actually tidy the house and half watch the live stream. But Chameleon is here. We are all far too excited for Chameleon. So let's see who else is in the wave. Who do we fancy talking about next? I think Tanner is I'm going to guess it's Kane for Tanner.
Yeah. This is one I've been looking forward to for quite a while. The 90s Clone Saga Kane. We've already got his Scarlet Spider, but you want the original. I started reading the comics back during the Clone Saga, and Kane just seemed like a huge powerhouse. His identity was a mystery for the longest time, and that reveal was cool as well. His power with that mark of Kane, he can literally burn someone's face off, and he was just brutal. I've been wanting a figure of this for a while, for the longest while. I like Kane as both the Scarlet Spider and his original Clone Saga look. So yeah, this is all me. And as soon as this was rumored, as soon as this was announced, I was almost as happy as Dan getting Chameleon.
I thought you would be. So
this is epic.
This is brilliant, isn't it? Carry on, Dan.
Yeah, no, I was saying this is like sometimes we worry about when they finally do get around to the version of the character we want. Are they gonna even do it justice? But I think this is really good here. There's hardly any reuse from what I can see. All the sculpted detail for his raised sort of web lines are all there as well. Like I like the color palette as well. Bang on to those 90s comics. I genuinely think they've done a great job with the character. I get my only tiny nitpick is that the cape is consistently in a sort of swiped position, but I guess people ain't going to pose him like me standing in a school book pose anyway. People are going to probably pose him up a little bit more dynamically anyway, so it'll work absolutely fine. But yeah, I'm glad they did a character like this and give it the attention it deserves. He genuinely does look good, and he comes with 3 sets of hands as well.
I know.
One thing I would have added on there. Sorry to interrupt. One thing I would have added on there is an unmasked head because of the clone cellular disc degeneration. It looks like his face is half melting off. I don't know whether or not they could have done it, but it would have been a nice add-on to have with regards to this figure.
We got the Kane, the with the previous one, we did get an unmasked Peter Parker head that just looked a little bit ghostly, if you will. So.
Yeah. This wasn't quite like that. This was a lot different, but yeah. But what we're getting is great anyway.
The spiky hands we had previously, but I know people wanted this one for a long time. I've got all the Clone Saga omnibuses. Can't say I've read them all, but I know he's.
Are the plastic still on them?
The plastic is still on them. They're quite valuable now, actually, because I've got the full set of 4. So, but the plastic is still on them. But I knew he's in there, and I knew Tanner wanted him for a long time. And we have another new channel member at the Wedding Fund. So, St. James, hello. And welcome to the Wedding Fund. I really am going to have to start doing some more behind-the-scenes videos there. And St. James also says there that Kane is awesome. So another one. And Tanner is being agreed with Dan. Hayden there. Damien's having a lovely time as well. Top marks for Tanner. So this seems to be a very popular figure indeed. So Tanner has his wish. Dan has his wish. We're going to go completely out of order here because I have also got my wish. So we're on Mr. Stevie's Instagram at the moment. We're going to head over to Kevin at Toying Around because, look at this, boys. It is Professor X in the Savage Land jumpsuit on the retro card. And I actually wanted this figure. I know you're all going to take the piss because everyone thinks this is a stupid remake, but I genuinely have wanted this figure for a very long time because of the animated series. And the fact, like, Series 2 is nothing. He's in the Savage Land with Magneto for like the entire season. So this is going to go slap bang with those, probably the X-Men 97 figures. I might put this in my separate displays I've randomly made. I haven't even shown you on the channel yet, everybody. I've made a separate display for the animated Spider-Man stuff and the animated X-Men stuff. And it's coming up trumps. I've done it at the right time. And can you believe it? 45 people in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen,
it's a new record.
Live streaming. Yeah. We're in.
Let's get to 50. Right, I'm posting on 50. Instagram. I'm sharing on Instagram as well.
We've been in the 40s, I think, once before, but this is I should live stream apparently more at this time of day, but it may be because Hasbro, of course, have just dropped some breaking news. I was a bit of a traitor last night. Dan was live streaming. I put up a little video in the middle of the stream. I thought I might get some promotion in for today, and maybe, ladies and gentlemen, maybe it worked. And Damien's joined the channel membership now as well. Hashtag flip open the flap. So thank you, Damien, as well. You've now got access to all those emojis in the chat. Drop Todd McFarlane's face in my chat. Who else can say? Now, Dan's got a bum pirate emoji, but who else has Todd McFarlane's face?
You got Todd. Oh,
I've
you
got
do,
Todd
yeah.
McFarlane's face. And I think we may have now hit, I think we've hit 5 channel members now. So I think I'll be able to unlock a new emoji as well. So I might be able to do some more building over the weekend. But yeah, Todd McFarlane face is all over. But it doesn't pull through on StreamYard. It just says Todd, 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 Todd. So I've got far too excited about this. Somebody else talk.
So it's not a coincidence, is it, that like our friend Brandon may have also been asking for a green jumpsuit Professor X for a good while now, and he now happens to work at Hasbro. Coincidence that after a little while of working for Hasbro, the figure that he has been asking for suddenly appears in the line. Now, I'm not saying Brandon's got any influence just yet, but he's definitely been whispering in the ears of the right people to make it happen. Because yes, our friend Brandon gets his figure, and so does Jay. I'm not mad at it. I think as soon as we seen Hank Pym in that West Coast Avengers line, I said we knew it was getting a repaint in green. And yeah, it makes sense. Probably not the Savage Land character I would have liked to have seen confirmed today. Like, there is one glaring gap missing from the Savage Land, considering we got Zabu and Kazar this year. But they did confirm quite a lot, like away from just the physical reveals they shown. If you actually listen to what they were saying, they confirmed so many little nuggets and tidbits that, trust me, I'm going to be making streams on for the next few months. But yeah, they said they've basically confirmed more Savage Land people are coming. So I think that's them confirming, not that it was that hard to figure out, but Shana the She-Devil has to be coming soon as well, right? So and also Dwight mentioned Forearms by name and got a shush from Ryan Ting. So I can imagine we're going to get a Forearms, a Shana the She-Devil at least. So
is this
yeah,
the pack Bug Nice has been talking about then? Is that actually a pack we think potentially? Tanner, any thoughts?
So yeah, with regards to this, with the tease they put out, where they initially put out Kazar and then Sabu, I was thinking, hang on a second, are they announcing Shana as a Target exclusive? And then I thought, nah, it can't be. But I did have my hopes up, and then when they showed this, I was like, damn, they got me. But yeah, it's looking nice. He'll go in with my Savage Land X-Men guys. Yeah, I'm looking. I'm not as hyped for this as you are, but it looks good. It was like Thanos. It was inevitable. So I'll be picking this up as well.
My inbox is blowing up, by the way.
52 in the chat. We have a new record, ladies and gentlemen.
I have shared on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. All right, I'm spreading the good word. I'm not being rude looking at my phone. I'm spreading the good word. Again, Legends has had a good year, and I do think they have ended the year on a high. Like 2025 so far, with everything we know that's coming, is looking to be a very hot year in regards to Marvel Legends. So yeah, I'm spreading the good word, Jay. But yeah, come and talk to Marvel Legends.
I brought on the big guns tonight, and I think this is to say way more than I thought they were going to announce, and 2 very solid waves and some good exclusives as well. So
were we not bang on the money yesterday though? Like me and Rich, like we're figuring it out and we were piecing it together, and we were like, if you listen, Rich even says they're going to reveal the Spider-Man wave, do their draft, and then come back and do the X-Men wave. That's exactly what they did. We said the Spider-Man wave would be retro. We said the X-Men wave would be a builder figure, and I think we also threw out Nemesis is probably the most likely candidate for a builder figure. So I think we were bang on the money. And like, people take the piss out of me for getting Mephisto wrong, but we were following the breadcrumbs to the right house made of fucking candy this time round. So yeah, I'm excited. My inbox is blew up, by the way. So many people have messaged me pictures of Instagram of Chameleon.
Anyone got an American Express card? Sabrina Carpenter tickets are on sale, pre-sale now.
Okay. We'll discuss later. Did you hear her? Did you hear her say anything?
I did.
Something about American Express.
She wants tickets for Sabrina Carpenter. Have you brought my binoculars yet? That's for something. I'm becoming a bird watcher.
And one card I do not have is American Express. They haven't given me that much credit. But let's go to another Spider-Man reveal then.
Do it. Continue. Sorry, I'm rambling along because
on the
excited.
retro card, we've got Spider-Man Unlimited. So the sequel to the 90s animated show was this one that I can't say I fully watched at the time. I have gone back and watched it on Disney Plus. It's a bit weird, was my conclusion of actually watching the animated show. But I do like the design. I'm not 100% convinced on this figure because it's so animated in the show. It almost appears black with blue shading, and because they've just gone pure blue, it's just throwing me off a little bit. So I think I'm going to have to come round to this. But again, I would like to add him into the sort of 90s Spider-Man animated.
Was there a toy
shelf.
line? Let me have a little Google. Was there an
I
unlimited
think
Spider-Man
there was
toy
a
line?
figure. I know
Yeah,
I've definitely seen
that's
a
what I'm
Spider-Man
thinking.
Unlimited figure, but I don't know if there was an unlimited toy line. So, yeah.
What was interesting about this is it's on the retro packaging, which is absolutely fine as it's based off the animated show from the 90s. So that's absolutely fair game. But I was trying to think, I knew we had a toy, but it definitely wasn't on the Toy Biz packaging. So I'm trying to think what did it look
I
like?
think it was a smaller line figure than that. It may have been like a mini line because I'm fairly certain my brother or my youngest brother or my youngest brother's friend had it. So yeah, I'm fairly certain there's definitely one.
I'll do my research and see if I can figure it out. But either way, it's a 90s. Like it was meant to be the sort of continuation of the animated show, but not quite. Like I think they have retconned it and said it's not actually the continuation, but at the time I think that's how they were marketing it because it was basically the Batman Beyond Spider-Man. That's how I thought it was as a kid. Like I genuinely thought it was the Batman Beyond version of Spider-Man, just the Spider-Man in the future. But then when you read the comics, it wasn't Spider-Man 2099. Do you know? So as a kid, even like in my youth, I didn't watch this show. Like I've seen episodes, but I definitely didn't have the same attachment to it as I did the regular animated show. But I'm still very familiar with the character design, and I think the figure looks great for what it represents. The sculpt work and the like his gauntlets look great. The spider on the chest looks great. So for what it represents, I think it looks really good. But yeah, the cartoon, I'd have to go back and rewatch. I think some of the Spider-Man characters in it, but all their designs were like really gangly and different.
Yeah,
From my memory, it's Venom and Carnage, isn't it, in the first episode, and then it's the High Evolutionary for the whole rest of the series.
Pretty much, but there are animal versions of a lot of the Spider-Man villains. Like you had a Vulture, Green Goblin with wings. You had another Vulture-ish figure as well. So they adapted it, but with the high-end evolutionaries animals, animal styles. It's a case of it wasn't the best cartoon. I remember seeing all and it kind of ended on a cliffhanger. It was 13 episodes long and ended on a cliffhanger. It never got addressed or anything like that. But yeah, Venom and Carnage's look in that cartoon was so weird. It was like
they were gangly, weren't they? Massive.
Yeah, one was Venom was hulking beast. Carnage was gangly with a really long neck. But yeah, it was just very, very strange.
Let me get an image up here if I can find one of what we're talking about. If we share this tab instead, you will see that is Carnage and Venom in some. I would like them in figure form now, to be honest, because I think they go with this figure, but they're a bit weird, aren't they? They're very, very weird. We got hello to Geek Fusion TV there. And he said Unlimited is by far the one he's most excited about. So he's in. Hello to Jim Ruby. I see your boys got toys is coming as well. Cole's Cave is here. Oh my God, 64 people in the chat. Somebody call Paul McCartney. There you are. That's a Beatles reference to anybody that knows their song When I'm 64. That may have gone over all of
I thought you were on about Lady Mac and Paul McCarthy.
But yeah, so they've been announced. So we got 66 now. There we are. That could be an ominous sign. So what do we got to show next? Let's have a look. We have Toy Ark. Toy Ark is up. Okay, so thank you to our friends at Toy Ark. There we go. Let's go to Toy Ark then. So Agent Venom. One I have the original for. It's gonna now. I'm telling you now, that figure's going in the sale pile because this one looks way, way better. And we've got an unmasked Flash Thompson head as well. So one I think definitely needed an upgrade. One I will be upgrading. I think he looks completely pinless as well. So I'm assuming this is definitely new parts with all the spiky
whole wave
bits
is
on.
pinless. Yeah, whole wave is pinless. We're in that era now where we should be. I know some people don't care about the pins or pinless, and that's fair enough, each to their own. But I do think just the way the toy making is like we've moved into that sort of we don't need pins anymore. Like the aesthetic of a line needs to be the same. And Agent Venom. I actually backtracked and shout out Rob Pollock, who helped me get the previous Agent Venom, like only last year, I think I was like, it was one of those. It was the first ever Walgreens exclusive that I never got. And can you hear my dog barking?
Oh, we can.
We can.
My best friend Ted.
Amanda, why is Ted barking? Come on now, I'm live on YouTube. Sort it out. I don't know what he's barking at, but no, massive upgrade, and I really like this head sculpt. Look how good that looks.
Yes, it looks. I thought it was a real. The photo real. They'll ever Hasbro call it these days, and the Mattel call it photo real, don't they? I don't know how they really call it, but it looks great. It really does. I wasn't a convert when they started going over to photo real. I was like, oh no, I like my painted eyes, but oh my god, even my wrestling figures now, I'm trying to upgrade all of those to go to the photo real technology. It has made a hell of a difference there. It does look a bit. Some go in the chats to say it does look a bit like Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil 2. That haircut is definitely Leon. Cheeky Monkey saying hello.
A little bit.
Coming in, dear. She's coming in now. Cheeky Monkey's going to say hello.
Cull on the Legend the Liquor UK group said it looked like Two-Face. Hello. You've missed loads of news.
There's Dan and Tanner there. Yeah, we're live on YouTube, dear. Cheeky Monkey, everybody.
Are you live? I thought you were doing a video chat.
No, we're live, dear. We're live. You thought we're on the video chat. No, we're live on YouTube, dear.
Leave you to it.
Oh, she's off.
You did call something. I didn't know what you said.
I don't know. You can leave now, dear. We got it all going on here at Jay's Toy Collection. Teddy's off. Cheeky Monkey's in. She
Teddy's
thinks we're having a private conversation.
Teddy's a big fan of Agent Venom, it seems. But yeah, 10 years. It's fair game to re-release the character. But it's one of those that now this has been released, our other one is now worthless. If we had sold our Agent Venoms last week.
The only thing I will say about, in defense of that old Agent Venom, I kind of prefer these guns to this one's, because this one seems like the same guns over and over. And I know Agent Venom has those two handguns. I don't quite know what to call them, but yeah, I may be selling the old one, but keeping two of the four guns that came with that one, just sell it for a little bit cheaper or something.
We've got enough weapons amongst our accessories now where you can pick and choose what you want. Like, I don't even know what weapons my one's holding. It's probably not even holding the proper ones, but undoubtedly this is going to be better to articulate, move aesthetically, even proportionately. It just looks nicer. So yeah, again, great. Even though it's on them, I'm not a fan of the characters on the modern card back, but absolutely in on this.
How long before we get an Agent Anti-Venom then? It just backwash the colours.
Easiest paint ever, isn't it? Easy, yeah.
They might be sold as a pair on eBay. I'm thinking a bundle might be happening there from the previous versions.
I know CT. Is it CT Toys that I've done the knockoffs of the Yamaguchi Agent Venom when they did their own Anti-Venom recently. I know a lot of people have been buying them on AliExpress, which look great for what they are. But again, when it comes to for me, I'm like proper stickler of, if I'm building a collection, I want everything in the collection to be from the same source. So like, if I had an Anti-Venom from a different toy line, it would always be a little bit iffy in the display. So I'm glad that we have got an updated Agent Venom Marvel Legends proper, if that makes sense.
You will not find any Marvel selects in my Marvel collection. Tanner, don't say anything to me. I've got a live invoice here.
The next time you invite me round, I'll have to take out my magnifying glass and take a little look.
Yeah, I have a live invoice. We have a, what's it going to be? Let's hope it's not too. Oh, it's all right. It's a Todd McFarlane Deathstroke. So get your Todd. If you're any channel members, get your Todd emojis in the chat. That's only £25. That's not too bad. Right, that could have been worse. And a bonus for those who are watching the unboxing at the start, the Mondo Cyclops has arrived with no import fees. So,
nice.
So shipping from China seems to do the case. So who else have we got in this wave then? So we'll take a very brief look at Lady Electro there, because I did a video, Dan did a whole live stream on her yesterday. Tanner, have you got any thoughts, or we will move swiftly on?
Nice looking figure, added to the display. I'll pick it up, added to the display is another world building character, the female Electro. A more recent character than anything. So I prefer the original Electro, but again, it's world building. It's a different version of the character. And if we can get that Team the Sinister Syndicate Lady Beetles one, that'd be quite cool.
It's one of those characters where people are just not familiar with her, so they're not excited about it. But when you just look at it subjectively as a Marvel legend representing a character from the comics, they've nailed it. It looks great for what it is meant to be. It looks, if you go back and read the stories with her in, she looks great, completely pinless as well. But Tanner, question, me and Jay can't quite figure it out. Are those effect pieces new or not? They look similar to what we've had in the past, but they definitely posed on the table and they look much bigger. Look at that. Are they new? Same question for
You
the
know
chat.
what?
Are these new?
I think they.
Don't know.
I think they've gone into the Power Rangers Lightning Collection line because
okay.
these remind me a lot of those effect pieces that come with those. Maybe the Lord Draken ones, the version 3, but they were in green, possibly. But yeah, looking at this, it just reminds me so much of the effect pieces from the Lightning Collection line. So maybe they've now that line's extinct, they've been like, oh, I'll take that to throw it in our line.
Jay's confirming through the comments, so it's new. Can I just go on record to say that the first image I seen of this, I said these were new effect pieces, and Rich shot me down and put doubt in my mind and said they were reuse. But I said straight away, no, they're the new. And thank you very much to the man Beast Boy and Legion X, Rick.
Displayed once will be in for it tonight. So yeah, Man Beast Boy, Christopher Allen, Legion X, and your boys got toys. They all listened to the live stream that none of us clearly did. Dan was doing a bit of social media and I was cleaning the house. Tanner, what's your excuse?
Technically, what I've said isn't incorrect. They are new to the Marvel Legends line, but they've been nicked from a different line. So technically, I am correct in saying that they are new, and I will stick to that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right.
I'll allow it.
The Spider Boy, then. The Spider Boy with a quite funky little spider head sculpt that I quite like. So I'm not going to lie. I have absolutely no idea who Spider Boy is. So when they did the first tease, I didn't know what the trainers were, or the sneakers, I should say, to our American audience out there. But now I've seen that alternate head, I'm quite intrigued. Is this man, or this boy, actually a spider?
Yeah,
he's kind of cool.
Is a human spider hybrid. So it's Spider-Man's forgotten sidekick. Rich has taught me that during the Spider-Man story where they would people like Morlan were taking all of the spider totems. He sort of got erased from people's memory, and people forgot when he popped back up. No one knew who he was. But he's been Peter Parker's sidekick, essentially, and they're all starting to learn who he is again and remember him. But they've weaved him into the story. So yeah, in its most simplest form, like it's a modern Spider-Man character that is Peter Parker's sidekick in its most simplest form. But it's a bit more complicated than that.
Yeah, so to add on to that, it was during the end of the Spider-Verse line in which he debuted, and there was this knife that if you got stabbed by it, they would wipe him from existence. And because he was out of existence for so long before they brought him back, everybody forgot who he was. I think there has been updated now, so that something else has been done, and now everybody does remember who he is. But he's kind of like so somebody was using the High Evolutionaries Beast hybrid technique, and they've changed this young boy to be a hybrid spider, like Rich and Dan have said. But yeah, he looks cool. That extra head does look cool. I wish they would have added one with the extra eyes on there as well, because when he goes all spidered out, he has a ton of eyes. I know they've got a couple of extra ones on there, but there's quite a few more. But he's looking good. He's looking good.
He's got eyes on the side of his head as well.
Oh, okay. The shots I can only see the ones on the immediate forehead. So, all right, chalk that down to. I need to get my specs out for that. Then, in which case,
like Alexi says, the spider that was bitten by a radioactive boy. Like attempt. So, a new body. I'm assuming this is a new body.
Yeah, Ryan made a point to say it was a new teen pinless body. So yeah, hopefully some Young Avengers, some Power Pack or something like that in the future.
So another new one there. So that'll be on the modern card. We've seen Kane, we've seen Agent Venom, but we've got very excited about Chameleon. Let's just show some more up close images of Chameleon for those joining late. It has happened.
Hallelujah.
Dan Who has got his wish, and it does look a great figure here. So I hope Mondo do this as well, so I can have two versions of this in different scales. But
is his bout removable?
They've missed the trick. On.
Yeah, I know. They've missed the trick. I'm not moaning. I'm not complaining. No complaints. Zero complaints from me. But it would have been a nice little touch. That's all. That's all. That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
With it looks like it's stuck on, but a bit of heat, you probably get it off. There is if you wanted to
Someone can
get it
3D
very
print me
hot
an extra one or something like that.
and slide it over his legs or something. So you got the J. Jonah Jameson mask, and we have covered the whole wave then. So we've done it. So it'll be going up for pre-order next Thursday. Then I do believe. So
shocking news. Entertainment Earth definitely didn't spoil this information for us.
100% brand new news here. So 1 p.m. Eastern. So add 5 hours on. So 6 p.m. here in the UK. Day one for me, definitely a chameleon will be secured. I think I might have to get 2 and have one on the wall. Just
I'm
as
getting a case. I'm getting a full
Mr.
case
Who
of
there.
chameleons. I'm just going to buy 6 chameleons in a case.
And
I'll
giveaways for life there. So chameleon in for 2, Kane in for 1, Electro I will wait. Spider Boy, I think I will wait. Agent Venom, I will go in on, and I might as well just buy the whole wave at this point, mightn't I? With a discount, yeah, I'll just buy the whole wave. Right, Spider-Man whole wave coming next week. Tanner, are you in for a whole wave?
Yeah, I'm in for the whole wave. All of these are new characters, and worthy updates as well. Got a place for all of them in my collection, and how can I not get all of them? I'm the Spider-Man guy.
Yeah, no, for sure. This is up Tanner's alley. And like he said, it's 3 brand new characters we have never had represented in plastic. And then arguably 2 of them in their more iconic looks, depending on your frame of reference. And then a massive upgrade for Agent Venom as well. So it's a solid wave. And I don't mind this mix of modern card backs and retro card backs, because the newer characters don't really make sense on the Toy Biz tribute. And I'm also running out of space on my wall. All right, so there's only so many more we can do. So I've got room for these 3, and then I think I've got room for like 4 or 5 more. So yeah, we're good.
Yeah,
we're going good.
I'm just very glad I'm not on the 2 retro card backs anymore. There's no way I could have continued that ongoing at this point to this point. So yeah, 1 set for me, and I'm glad I'm not picking up a second to keep stocked away here, ferreted away here or there.
Only the Toy Biz tributes, by the way, I get doubles of. The moderns I buy 1 to open and I'm happy, but only the Toy Biz tribute double up.
I tried to keep 1 of each retro card. So I've got Spider-Man on the Spider-Man retro card, but I might just have to get a chameleon. I've got the X-Men card is the Dan Who Blue Beast, so I think I might need a pair to go with them. So there is a poll in the chat. We're nearly 50 minutes into the show. I've not even mentioned it, and we have 54 votes already. Oh my god, it's actually 50-50. After 54 votes, then what's the best wave of the day? The Spider-Man wave or the wave we're about to get to, the X-Men wave? And after 54 votes, it is 50-50. So we are completely split there. So that'll be an interesting one to see where we go.
It shows you that the general consensus from the community is positive. Like, people are like, everyone has their preferences, which is absolutely fine. But I do think today they were conscious to try and give a little bit for everybody. X-Men fans, Spider-Man fans, and they even threw in that little MCU lizard as well. So I do think it was a good day for Legends overall. If you are that one person out there who's miserable and didn't like anything, then that's your problem, not ours. Do you know what I mean? Like, because there's something there to like, people. There's
even something for the MCU fans. So we'll go into the next couple of reveals then. So I do believe it is rectangular that has been after this figure. Is this Nicholas Hammond's 70s Spider-Man, or am I wrong?
No, I think it is, and I think this was originally rumored. It was originally rumored to be in the Beyond Spider-Man summer program, remember? But then it ended up being the Japanese Spider-Man instead. But this was on the original. If you go back and watch Todd's videos, it was this Spider-Man that was originally leaked, but then I think they switched it out, or maybe Todd got it wrong. But either way, he said he wanted this. So
they said it's the same body, didn't they? I think they just changed the head and things around. So I do remember watching this. I think my granddad had like an old VHS or something of this TV Spider-Man show, and I was like, "What is this rubbish?" I absolutely didn't like it at all. I was like, I just couldn't get my head around it. Watching it as a kid, watching the animated show, and then watching this Spider-Man show. But I do remember it. So I do like the packaging here. I really do like the packaging, the way the Spider-Man logo fades out like it did there. So I think that's a cool touch. It probably won't be one I will pick up, because I'm staying away from sort of movie and TV related items when it comes to live action from Marvel Legends. But I do think it's a cool one. But Tanner, when you heard the phrase 70s Spider-Man, I will let you tell the rest.
Yeah, I had to say a phrase, 70s Spider-Man, and I thought, hang on a second, I've been speaking to Dwight. You think, is he this influential in the team to get something out in like 2 months? I initially got my ears packed up. I'm like, hello, 70s Spider-Man. And they've already done Japanese Spider-Man as well. And I'm thinking, oh, is this going to be Turkish Spider-Man? Finally. And then they pull this out, and my hopes were dashed. My hopes were dashed. They went spiraling down the toilet. Yeah, this is a brilliant figure. I'm happy with it. But why'd you have to do me like that? Come on now. Give us a Turkish Spider-Man. This last year's Secret Santa needs something. Needs someone to. Needs a 6-inch legend to go with it.
How close is the head sculpt with a bit of paint? Can you
Yeah, I
customize?
mean, you could probably get it. Take the eye lenses off as well. So just paint it green and take the eye lenses off, and it'll be fine. Just put on a new face where you can see his eyes and his eyebrows sticking out of his mask. Yeah, possibly, but I'm waiting for the official version if it ever comes.
I hate to say this, Tanner, but I think this could be the closest you will ever get to an official
I didn't
version.
want to break his heart like that. I did not want to break his heart like that.
Never mind. You live, you learn. I mean, Dan got his chameleon. One
You
can
got
hope.
Chameleon. You got your Kane. I think I have to do, and I got my Professor X. But then everybody out there want the lizard. Then, so of course, this Dan Yoon was saying. I did hear him say people have been sliding in his DMs for a long time asking for this lizard. My first thoughts when I saw it, I was like, isn't that the same body they've used on Sauron? But I haven't quite. That was the first thing I saw because it looks like the same weird old neck that they've used. So I'm glad for those that want it, but it hasn't. I still think the Marvel Select version that is not in my collection anymore.
I was about to say you've just
slightly better.
exposed yourself. I think Dwight made a point to say they have updated parts. So I do think it probably is the Sauron body with the updated arms and legs, maybe. But they did talk about updating a lot, didn't they? So probably requires some investigation. My Sauron's hidden away somewhere, but it looks like the lizard from the anime, from the movie. Sorry, and it's a gap that I have in the collection. And I wouldn't do anything as scandalous as put Marvel Selects in a Marvel Legends collection. That's just outrageous. So I'd have to go in on this. But I don't say that as a bad thing. He said it comes with multiple heads and stuff, right? But they didn't show the packaging.
They showed the other head, didn't they? It was like a closed mouth head.
So you got screaming heads, and then
you got a stoic, just not talking head. I know they showed the other picture, the head on the stream. I don't know. If
there you go. Yeah. That looks cool.
Oh, I prefer that head actually. Yeah,
he looks like do you know the old school live action Mario movie? He looks like the
Bowser.
Cooper. Cooper. Yeah, that's it. He looks like Cooper from that. Does he not?
From the live action ones in the 90s.
Yeah, he does.
Well, we have a super chat, ladies and gentlemen. It's a fellow Manchester United fan. We're not doing particularly well this season, but California Red Devil, thank you for the $4.99. And he says 70s Spidey is my favorite reveal. So there we are. Another person that's very happy with that one. Hasbro is calling out Dan Who. So famous. I'm going to need an autograph. So, of course, with the chameleon, Mr. Who shouted out there. But
it could have been another British Dan, by the way. And he never said Dan Who or Dan W. It could have been another British Dan.
It could be
common name.
Dan Model Displays. No, Dave Model Display. No, sorry, I got the name wrong.
Maybe.
Sorry, yeah, maybe.
Any other Dans out there that wanted a chameleon, let us know. But thank you for the super chat, which means I can play one of my 6-second thank you for the super chat videos that we've now upgraded to. So here comes Dr. Doom.
Thank you for the super chat.
The enthusiasm in that. Thank you for the super chat.
The first one he did earlier, I wasn't on camera at the time. I was trying to hold back the laughter, but it is hilarious. It's brilliant.
The emotions of the cheering crowd, and then thank you for the super chat. It's like you're stuck in a supermarket or something.
Thank you for the super chat, and thank you to the 71 people that now. I don't think we're ever going to break this record. This could be the greatest viewed live stream in the history of Jay's Toy Collection UK as we go through these Marvel Legend reveals.
Someone do another super chat so we can hear that again. Thank you very much.
So I've made a few selective super chat graphics there. We've smashed the one super chat goal as well. So the goals are happening. I've got videos are happening. all because StreamYard's decided to quadruple their price. So I've had to do some fiddling, but luckily they had some pink backgrounds, so I could get that working for you all. So there is the lizard then. So he's an Amazon exclusive, and they said Electro is effectively coming. Oh, they did show the packaging.
Oh, they did. There you go. Okay, nice. Are you in on this, Tanner? You must be, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've got the older one from the Amazing Spider-Man 2 or the Amazing Spider-Man Wave. So this is a upgrade to that. That one can barely stand, and it comes with like 3 tiny little lizard things. So yeah, I'll be picking this up. I've got a Spider-Man movie shelf going. So,
question:
yeah.
Did they confirm? Again, I was still like fainted on the floor from the chameleon reveal, but did they confirm it is a bendy wire tail? Or was it just?
I can't remember.
Go back to the pictures, Jay. Just a few back.
Can I zoom in?
There's a tail in the back of the box. So you can't really tell.
I can't see the little air holes that they put in for bendy wire, so I'm going to guess it isn't. But
Legion X says yes. He was Rick was paying attention. You see, so he says yes.
He was paying more attention than clearly we were to the stream.
Yes, it's bendy. Says
St. James. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Bendy tail then, everybody. So a little bit of a bonus bendy tail. What else did we do? We had the draft. We'll briefly show a graphic. That was the draft. I decided to go in the loft and put some stuff in the loft when that was happening. So I went full display once and paid no attention. If I had to pick a winner from looking at that, I think Dwight chose the best selection there of figures throughout 2024. But mysterious by its absence was the Build-A-Figure category.
Cowards.
But we'll move on from that one. And we'll go then to the X-Men wave. So how's the poll looking? X-Men is now 53%, so it's just taken the lead. We will start here then and just go through what we already know about this wave. So we have Fabian Cortez here, the Acolyte with the ponytail. Hashtag ponytail confirmed.
It is confirmed.
Within this figure. So we'd already seen that, so we don't really need to focus on that one. And then we had the Age of Apocalypse Gambit, which again was shown yesterday. And in my haste, I did a video before the official images were actually shown. So here is a closer look at the official images, or one at least. There's the figure from the rear, ladies and gentlemen. So we know those two. So let's focus on the rest then. Another one we actually technically knew. We knew this, like the AOA Nightcrawler in the Uncanny X-Force uniform as well. Is that a translucent sword?
No, I just think it's white.
Is that just the
pearl coloured, maybe?
Yeah. We knew that was coming, so not a lot there. So let's go into the new characters then. And I do believe this is from Generation X. So Rich is out there somewhere, hopefully celebrating. Tune into Dan's stream later.
Yeah, I was sending in pictures, and I have got a little bit of feedback from Rich, but I'll wait for Rich to say himself on the stream. Right. But yes, I sent everything. I was sending everything. That's why I was taking pictures. I was sending them to Rich because we forget that he's stuck in work and couldn't watch the stream. So I made sure he had the pictures. But yeah, Generation X love.
Promo images then. So she has the skin peeling power, I do believe, from and 2 different head sculpts. I quite like the skin peely head sculpt, and that's actually quite a nice. Oh, that's a cool little shot. I've not actually seen them holding it close there. That's a cool effect you can get doing it. So not a character I'm going to say I'm particularly familiar with, having not read any Generation X. Somebody do not tell Rich that because he won't speak to me anymore. But so somebody else talk about it.
Yeah, who's you a fan, Tanner?
I got no connection to this character or Gen X at all. I've got Monet, so I'll probably get this to go with Monet, but out of the way, this is the lowest rank or height for me from this wave.
All right, good job, Rich isn't here, people. Bloody hell. Yeah, Rich. Well, it's part of my contract to also love Generation X as much as Rich, but my knowledge for Generation X is not as high as his. But we absolutely need more team members. They have been slowly giving us them. We got Mané Saint Croix, of course, and we've also got Chamber. So now we get Husk as well, and we do need others as well. But I do think Husk was the easiest one to do, considering it is basically the Monet's body and the interchangeable parts. But it was a curious one of how they were going to represent powers, because I always think it's important with a Marvel Legend to represent that character's ability in some form in plastic. And I think they've done not a bad job here, considering she can like peel off her skin. I thought they might do like an interchangeable arm or something like that, where the arm would have peeled off elements and stuff. But I've just went for like an extra piece of skin, right? So interchangeable head with the metal exposed, and then just a piece of skin. But it looks good for what it is.
It does. They could have done more. We've got a. Dwight said they made some slight changes to the body. Can we get boob change confirmed? Is that is what a change from Legion X? That's
So did they? I've got it right here.
Yeah,
so
she's behind me as
get
well.
around.
Right now,
let's
you're
use
making me look at
inverse
my
then.
action figure boobs. Well, that's
Right.
not good.
This is what this stream has descended
I've-
into.
I've got mine right here.
I don't-
Can you really tell? Maybe it's a little bit wider, but I'm not sure.
Let's.
I think
Can we go
Dwight's
back
lying.
to-
Let's
I
look
think
at it from the side.
I think he said he made some changes and he didn't change a fucking thing.
I'll hold it closer to the screen, Shanna. Let's get it right. Let's get quite voluptuous. I would say Armone Saint Croix over there. Maybe.
Me, actually, it does look a little bit different. It looks. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say depth for sure, but yeah, who knows?
Well, that is the comparison we're going to need when.
Although-
Poor
in hand
Paige.
first. It's,
The logo on the new one does look a little bit bigger. I'm looking at the picture you've got up on stream, and I'm looking at my one. The logo on that one does look to be coloured in the middle, and does look to be a little bit more wider, prominent. So it could be, but it could just be my eyes. I haven't got my specs out.
the chat seem to be confirming, and they have paid more attention than we did. We've said so far. So I would say we might have a resculpted chest then on Husk. So we'll tune into Dan Who later for Display Bunce's full thoughts on the chesticles here.
It is in
of
Rich's nature
Husk.
to pay attention to that area of a female. Absolutely.
So
no.
we will try and
Yeah,
get
no.
confirmation on that one by the end of the evening. Then, so that was Husk, and then we have a redo, I believe, of what could be the worst Marvel Legend in the history of Marvel Legends. If we go back to that ultimate version of Wolverine previously, Dwight was trying to blame Toy Biz, but sorry, Dwight, that was Hasbro. That was an early Hasbro. The face sculpt is awful, but I think they've redeemed themselves because this looks pretty good.
Not a lot of accessories with this one, but I do think this is just the obvious. You have to throw in a Wolverine in every X-Men wave. I get it. I'll probably swap out his head straight away to something else. Not that this one's bad, but I like, if you're going to get an angry face, I think you always should get the more neutral expression as well. Otherwise, you just got characters stuck on the shelf screaming at nothing. Is it the what body is it? It's pinless, so I'm assuming it's the Astonishing Wolverine body without the shoulder pads.
The claws look like the new one, so it could be, yeah.
It's 1000% an upgrade to any previous version of Wolverine in this costume. And I know a few people wanted it as well. So, yeah, I'm not mad at it. We're going to continue to get Wolverines for the rest of Marvel Legends time. So, as long as they're different and we're getting... There you go. No, I take it back. This one's better. This one's better. This one's unbeaten.
If somebody's got to spare $14.40 there over in US of A, you can get your hands on the Ultimate 2007 version of this. Look at the state of that face.
See how far we have come. People moan about Marvel Legends, but look at what we used to have. This is what we used to get. And people at that time probably went, oh, this is great. This is definitely proportioned and doesn't look like he's got a mountain face. Legends are in a good spot right now, people. Look at the bend on that claw.
Look at the length of the claws. It's literally the length of his entire arm. Surely, how's he meant to sheath them up?
Scratching his shins with those arms. Yeah, like that's we've come far, people. We've come far.
There we go. We'll go back to the modern version then, so you can just get that fresh in your head. So I think it is a new Wolverine head. I was going to say it's one they've used before, but the nose looks different to me.
I think they said on this live stream, I'm fairly certain they said on the live stream, one bit I was listening to, that one of the heads is new. So one of the heads is a new head. I can't for the life of me remember which one. Yeah, I think he comes with two heads or one head, but it's a new head. They did physically say that. I could be. I'm fairly certain I did hear that correctly.
It doesn't have an interchangeable head, and it also doesn't come with a Build-A-Figure piece. It is just the packing of the wave. I'm looking at the box images now. So, yeah, no interchangeable head. Stuck screaming. You got three sets of hands.
Yep. So no interchangeable head, but it does have the pointy fingers, I think. So you can do a bit more finger expression, but definitely an upgrade from 2007.
You can have him as a ref because he's got the one He's got the 2.
Yeah.
All he needs is a 3. You can have
got
him
the
as a
3
ref on the
claws.
side.
It's got
Yeah,
three claws.
3 claws. Yeah, you got your ref for one of your displays, Jay, right there. One of your wrestling displays.
Wolverine. Well, I didn't
Logan
think we'd be getting
Cone.
that today. But, and we have a new blast effect we can confirm. So or a new end to it at least, because we've got the X Factor version of Cyclops with a rather large bit of blast effect. I don't know how he's going to stand particularly with that, but hopefully it's light enough to actually do that. But yeah, yellow and blue. So we could have had a few color options. We've already had the blue and white, but it's on the Bucky cap, and it's a terrible figure. It's in the sale pile, but they have done the other version of the costume. So I was hoping it was the other color, so I could just replace the other one. But I suppose this is different, and we'll probably get to that one at some point. But it's a new version of Cyclops there in the X Factor uniform. So it's one we don't have. It's one you do need, and it's on a much better body than previous. So it is one I will be looking to add to the collection. We just need more of his wave mates, I'm associating, to actually make the team of X Factor that he's on. But one of these two will know the characters that need to go with him, because I can't remember which version this is.
It's Jean Grey in the green to match the blue. So she has the green uniform with the yellow X. You've got Beast, who's full-on blue Beast, so you can use the Beast you've got in your collection now. You've got Iceman, so you could technically use the Iceman you've got in your collection now. And you've got Angel in the red. Now the costume is very similar, but instead of the halo on his chest, he has the white X to match the X Factor uniform. So you can sort of build an X Factor team now, but it wouldn't be accurate, like in regards to all their costume designs. But we still need Jean anyway. Jean is rumored.
I was going to say you could theoretically use the Archangel as well, because he was changed from Angel to Archangel in this X Factor series, wasn't he?
Yeah, they changed their costumes throughout. Like there you go. That picture there he's showing is from X Factor issue 1, I believe. And then they changed Jean changed to red and Cyclops changes to white a bit later on in the run.
So we're not far off that version of the team then, really. We could just about budget together apart from the Jean. So yeah, not too bad. I don't mind this one at all. Let's go back to the actual images here then. So we got a bit of X Factor Cyclops.
I like the blast effect, by the way. I like that we get some. They're trying something new. Yeah, I like they're trying something new.
At least it depends how long it is, because I suppose you can do a nice pose of him attacking somebody as long as it's long enough to give a bit of distance between the two there. So that is Cyclops. A couple more then for this wave. And where are we going here on Toy? Let me get the right image up.
No, you're on the right place. They just threw in threw him as a cameo.
There we go. There we go. That's what I was looking for.
Marrow.
The other T's then? Is this the actual?
I'm trying to figure out in my head. Do you know the two teases, the yellow pipe and the bone like tease? People will say this doesn't look like the same color as the bone tease. And also the yellow pipe could be the pipe from the back of Nemesis, but I don't know. So I'm still clueless to whether to know if those teases have been revealed. But Marrow looks great for the record. She looks really, really good.
That looks the same. It does look the same as me to the tease. It's just facing, I'm pointing, like you can see what I'm pointing at, but it's facing the other way there. So it's pointing down, and there must have been a grayscale then they showed of the other thing. Well,
That's what I'm saying. It was great.
We thought it was a color, but it was.
But the thing is, if they revealed this color of as a tease, everybody would have got it like that, wouldn't they? So it's a way to throw people off.
They've never changed the color though, have they, of a tease or anything? They've never.
They showed the chameleon head. They showed the prototype.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
So they could be shown.
And a couple of others.
And today's tease, I think the final third one, which we'll get to, they did say that again wasn't in the right. That was like an early prototype piece. So I think it is that, and they've just shown the upgraded colours. So we've got Marrow then, all of their back attachment. That looks kind of cool.
Did they say they come out?
I wasn't paying enough attention.
Yeah, Rick, someone help us
out again. Rick in the chat, Legion next. Answer the question.
I don't know if they're removable or not. Like she can pull out parts of her in her power set, but I don't know if they're removable or not. But she looks great, honestly. Really does. Pinless as well. Double jointed female, absolutely needed. She hasn't got the crunch at the waist, has she? But she's got the ball joint at the top of the diaphragm because obviously it's a new upper torso due to the way the spikes are all plugged in at the top. But no, she looks good.
It's seeming popular in the poll. The X-Men is definitely now coming just ahead of the Spider-Man. It's a very mixed X-Men wave to me. These are all characters that don't necessarily go together. It is like a sort of hodgepodge X-Men wave rather than one overall.
Got the Zabu
theme.
wave. There was like one
There's a-
character that connected to the Build-A-Figure. Same with this. AOA Gambit connects to AOA Nemesis.
I think it's nice to do that.
the
It
one-
gives you a bit of everything, doesn't it, between them, instead of just going a full AOA wave, which
Yeah.
I don't think sold particularly well. This seems to be a bit better, Tanner.
The one thing I would add about the Marrow, she's looking great from the neck down. With the head, they could have added something on the head, like a little bone piece like that, because I recall it from comics and also Marvel vs. Capcom. I seem to remember she had like a not a bone tiara on the brow on her head. So the fact that it's just a bog standard head, I'm sure she's had this look at one point in time, is just the only nitpick I would have with regards to this figure. But she looks great from the neck down.
Was she in the games in like Marvel vs. Capcom?
She was, yeah. They teased it before they revealed the figure, in which they said, "I want to take you for a ride," which is the theme song on the character select screen.
And was it that uniform in the game?
Yep.
Yes, it was.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
it was.
Okay, so
That's why they brought out Cable as a little cameo, because Cable's also inspired from the Capcom appearance. So, and they kept saying that we're going to get more Capcom stuff. So that's absolutely happening later next year.
Right, yeah, because the game has now come out. The PS4, the Xbox, the classic collection of all the Marvel vs. Capcom games. Because I've never played the original ones, so I will be purchasing that and getting my ass whipped in the game. So we've gone through the whole wave. So it's time for a Build-A-Figure. We're finally going to have it, and this is the long-awaited Dwight's best Build-A-Figure ever that he's been hyping up for a long time. So here it is. I love the dome and the head in there. So it is Nemesis, but they were saying it's not the AOA original design version we've had previously in a Build-A-Figure. A Build-A-Figure I've never actually owned. This is a more modern take on Nemesis. So to be honest, I've never seen this character design version of Nemesis, but I think the figure looks really good.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like I always say, I like learning via the medium of action figures, and I am more familiar with the design from AOA, but now I'm intrigued to go and find out the reference and the source material for this design, because it's like a big mech robot mandroid type thing with a skeleton body. Like, yeah, obviously he needs his suit to retain his power because he's so powerful. But yeah, I need to do some backtracking and figure it out. But it looks all new as well. And again, is that pipe? That tease that we got, the pipe on the back, has to be, right? Has to be. So, yeah.
They've shown all the other teasers today, haven't they, that they teased to wrap up the year, because you were saying you wanted them to wrap up these teasers. So that probably has to be, it to wrap up all the teasers. So all those crazy guesses we were getting out there. And it's a new version of Nemesis.
I knew it was a pipe though, because Dwight showed it me bigger. Like I'm the only person who got to see it full screen on his computer, and I could tell it was a pipe because it had like the little nodules in that you'd plug into something. So yeah, but yeah, I didn't know. I wasn't familiar with this design of Nemesis to even put that together.
Let me see if it's in the chat. It's Uncanny X-Force version of Nemesis. So I'll have a quick little Google in the background. Yes, there it is. Right, okay. Let me if I can bring this up. There we go. And if I press that, we should see some comic reference, hopefully, to what we're doing there. So thank you to is it Ebony Leopard in the chat for letting us know what actually that is from. Uncanny X-Force. I might actually have an omnibus of Uncanny X-Force, so maybe I can actually look in the own library and actually learn something here, which is again what I like to do from the whole G.I. Joe line. I learnt from, I didn't watch it as a kid, so learnt through the way of action figures. So yeah, and as Lexi is saying there, pipe confirmed. I think that is the pipe confirmation. And looking at that artwork, it does seem to, if we jump back to the actual figure image, looks pretty spot on.
Yeah, looks solid. Looks solid
to me from this one. So yeah, I think this is one I will definitely be adding to that. There's the loop. There's the loop fully formed.
This is what I'm saying. It's the pipe, and it has to be.
It
has to be.
Yeah.
For sure.
And you showed Alexi's "Your Boys Who Got Toys" comment. You didn't actually realize what it actually says. It says Dwight shows down his pipe confirmed. The smuttiness there.
He did
the innuendo
in confidence. He did. Behind the little Marvel desk we had at MCM, Dwight did reveal his pipe.
Show
to
you
me.
his pipe, yeah?
It's true. He did.
You could have all seen his pipe if this idiot who was filming the panel actually looked at the right bit of the TV screen, because I was fascinated by it was a children's Marvel line, I think I was trying to zoom in on, and then Dan looks back after and goes, "No, you're it's over there." So I do apologise.
I still think we should have ambushed him and nicked his laptop just to view that, open up that file, find out what's coming, add in a Turkish Spider-Man.
There is Nemesis. So that is the full wave then. So if we could image there, you might be able to see everything, or most of the.
I love the flames and the skull, like with the helmet off as well. It looks good. And there's a hole in the gun, so you can surely put in an Iron Man blast effect or something like that as well.
Yeah. So the thing this is making me think though is I don't have a Nemesis for my AOA display still. So if this is going to have to go in the Uncanny X-Force display from where it appears, still going to need another version. So if we could get maybe a deluxe version of that other one at some point in the future, I wouldn't say no, because I don't have that. I don't think
I'd probably still display this with my. I'd display this with my AOA. I haven't got the AOA Nemesis, so I would still probably put this in an AOA display. I know it's not technically the right costume design, but that's where I associate the character with most. So I'm the same,
and my X-Force display is just the good guys in their team as like a timeline. So having the villain there as well would kind of seem odd. So he's either going in the X-Force villain.
So can the chat help us confirm what X-Force team it is? Is it the Wolverine, the Psylocke, the Phantom X, the Archangel? Is it that type of modern?
Yeah, because in the comic book picture you see Archangel's head.
Oh,
well, the back of his head. So
I thought that was Apocalypse.
And these wings. So you see his wings as well. So I think it is that team.
Maybe it could be a nice sort of central point for an X-Force, an X-Force display. That'd be interesting. A modern X-Force display, not the cable X-Force.
You say modern. This was mid to late 2000s.
But when you talk about golden age of comics in the 60s, it is more modern, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess.
Yes, and let's confirm. Yes, we are right there.
Anything this millennium is modern, I would say.
I still think it's the year 2000 in my head. So yes, anything after the year 2000 to me is definitely modern as well. But yes, so it's the second run of the modern Wolverine teams we are being told there. So thank you to the chat. They've been very helpful tonight in the chat. 73 of you still with us in the chat. So we've just got a couple more bits to go through. We'll wrap it up because I have got to go for dinner in a little bit. But we have
I've got to take Amanda to the airport.
3 teasers.
I've got my dinner in the oven, which I'm sure is burnt now. So
it's turned into one of those days. 3 teasers then for 2025. I think I know what that is. I think that is the figure I want. That is classic Adam Warlock, and that's his staff.
Yeah, no, it absolutely is. Yeah. It is Adam Warlock's staff in the golden bread. So that's Adam Warlock. Easy, done.
Yeah,
right, done. Next, move on. We're good.
That's clearly any Spider-Man character that ever existed. Come on, what the hell's this, Dan Yoon?
Don't know what we're supposed to get from that. I guess it isn't a Spider-Man, and that something else is going to come with the web. Maybe it comes with a villain of Spider-Man or something. But there's a web, so that's not much. And I have absolutely. They said this wasn't painted though or anything. So
I've got two. I got two ideas of what this could be. So when I initially saw it, zoomed in on it, and it did look like chef knives. So possibly it could, and because they're doing a Dark Avengers, it could be Dark Bullseye as Hawkeye, throwing that out. And then I looked on the Legends and Liquor group, and then somebody mentioned it could be because we're now also getting Uncanny X-Force team members. It could be Archangel's wing bits of metal that he shoots out. So it could be either or. I'm on the fence between both. I would like both, but that's what I think is on that one.
Archangel Daggers is probably the best guess out of that. I like where your head's going with the dark version of Hawkeye, because they are building the Dark Avengers right now, and I may have the only figure that in existence of the Dark Avengers definitely not Dark Warbird. It's Dark Miss Marvel in my
It's a
hand.
Spade once special.
Review coming this weekend, people. All right. Hopefully the world exclusive on it, unless MCU Collector gets his grubby mitts on it. But yes, Dark
World
Avengers.
exclusive. World exclusive.
Oh, there you
we
go.
got the Mondo
that's-
Cyclops.
That's epic. Yeah, that's epic. But yes, I think Archangel's throwing effect is a good idea. Probably the best guess.
So I've remembered to do a YouTube thing. I always forget. I've ended the poll, and X-Men has won slightly with 54% to 46%. It's the X-Men that take it. If I had to vote, I would go for the Spider-Man wave. I was more excited by than the X-Men wave, but both are pretty good. And Professor X separately.
I'll click Spider-Man as well. By the way, your boy's got toys is claiming credit. He says somebody. It was me. It was me, Tanner. It was give credit.
All right, Alexi. Just because I wanted to steal your idea as my own. Oh, sorry, it was you. Maybe. Yeah, probably. Who knows? I can't remember. It's been a long day.
It is one of those days. So final thoughts from us here. A fantastic end to the year for Marvel Legends. Ended on a real high. Some fantastic figures there. Spider-Man, X-Men. There's plenty to choose from. So definitely some we will be wanting. And of course, Chameleon, Professor X, and Kane all revealed. So it couldn't have gone any better. Thank you to everybody for being with us in the chat. There will be more live streams, at least one more in December. I'll do a Christmas special, so stay tuned for that.
Can you hear that? Can you just hear that? Can you just hear that? The light is getting closer.
It is. You are. Dan is ascending into the light, so you can see him later this evening on YouTube for his even more in-depth thoughts on the reveal of Chameleon. He was called out in the stream. His signature is required, but the only thing we do not know is what time his live stream will be this evening. So if you could tell us that information, we will.
I don't know what time I'm live. I've got to wait. Amanda won't give me. I've got to take Amanda to the airport. I'm probably going to go live at about probably maybe 8:30, 9 o'clock. I need to speak to Rich. But yeah, 8:30, 9 o'clock. I need to make a thumbnail or something. But it was fun to come on and talk with you, Jay. And you broke your record. That's good numbers, 70 plus.
Over 70 plus in the chat. So thank you for all that watching. Thank you to the new channel members this evening. We've got Mr. Dan himself, St. James, and Damien have joined the channel. Super chats from previous channel member Marion Kingswood and California Red Devil. I can see it in a separate tab. That's why it looks like I know what I'm doing. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to Tanner, who I gave about 5 minutes notice. I said, Tanner, I'm going on YouTube. You want to join me? And he was like, yeah, I will. So where can they find you online, Mr. Tanner? Let them all know.
Super Turk 5000, although that's been pretty slow recently. And also on Mr. Who's channel as well, every so often on Legends and Liquor and Turtles and Tea.
Before the year is out, we are doing a Turtles and Tea. It's going to happen.
We will see it. A Turtles and Tea will return to talk all things Turtles. For more Marvel Legends, tune in to Mr. Dan, who reviews himself later on this evening on YouTube around 9 p.m.-ish in the UK. If you're on the East Coast, that would be around 4 p.m. You will see him and Displayed Works going even more.
Do you reckon Rich is going to like what happened here? He's been working, so I haven't spoke to him. I've got a few initial feedback from my pictures, but do you reckon he would have liked what he's seen today?
Sure.
There'll be one big like for him.
Okay.
One huge like.
I hope so.
We'll find out tonight. So, well, I've been Jay. This has been it's on my chest somewhere. This has been Jay's Toy Collection UK, returning to a record-breaking live stream. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for watching. And if you're on the replay crew, it's got to be #Chameleon. So go into the chat for the replay queue. #Chameleon in the comments section to let us know you've watched to the very end. Thank you to Dan. Thank you for Tanner. And I think I've even got an end video. So I'll see you on the next one.